Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are pretty confident we're live right now. We think we are only hearing audio, so if you don't have to see our faces, that actually might be a blessing in disguise. If you can see our faces, we apologize in advance. My name is PT Paul Thomas, founder of the Midwest Country Music Organization. Can't tell you how grateful that I am personally to be a part of this organization. I feel like something that we started back in late 2017 has turned into something, more than we ever could have imagined here in the upper Midwest. And we feel like we are just really at the tip of the iceberg to a lot of great things here in the future. I'm joined with Eric Salisbury, another member of the board of directors. You'll be hearing his voice throughout the broadcast here today as we reveal the nominees for this upcoming award show. Now, we do have to do a quick shout out on a couple other board members that are not on this call, but have been incredibly instrumental in terms of the instrumental, I should say, in regards to this show and this event coming up, and that is Bernie Merrill and Nikki Mulbauer. Wherever you are, wherever you're listening, please help me with a round of applause for those ladies because they are incredible. And they did a great job the last couple of years with the award show, and we're looking forward to more and more this year. Again, the award show is really the award show weekend, right? So, of course, the award show is April 12th in Okoboji, Iowa at the Roof Garden Ballroom. That is a Saturday night, all right? But there's a lot of other things going on that weekend. Let me briefly take you through the weekend to make sure that you're going to be a part of it, mostly for members, but also some things open to the general public as well. On Thursday night, we will be joining folks for kind of a networking gathering at the Throwing Post in Okoboji, which is an axe throwing place. We'll be just having some beverages, chatting, kind of getting things going. That's on Thursday night, okay, on the 10th. And then on the 11th, that Friday, in the morning, we've got we basically begins our member kind of conference where we've got Shelly. Shelly's going to be there in the morning. She's doing our branding session, I would call it. And then Ari is going to be there in the evening, who is doing kind of our, again, business-based session. Okay, so there's two sessions that are they're free for members, and they're there to help you as members become better versions of yourself, right? Better artists, better brand ambassadors of your brands, learn a bunch of things. So it's going to be really, really important and really, really neat to be a part of that. So that's happening on Friday. Then on Friday night, there's the jam session at a location to be determined. We hope it's going to be at the same location. They're under new ownership, but it's an open mic style jam session. Literally, members just show up. You put your name on a list and you start jamming. And there's a backing band there. It's honestly. It's an incredible night of music and fun, jam session on Friday night, April 12th. That's when a lot of the public will arrive in Okoboji, is in the afternoon into the evening, to be a part of that. And of course, then on Saturday, the next day, is the award show itself, okay? It's red carpet style, but obviously that is open to interpretation. All right. We do want to send a thank you to our sponsors. Busch Light is a huge sponsor that we've been working with for the last several years. Busch Light presents the award show. They welcome us into town. They do such an amazing job with it. Busch Light. Thank you to Busch Light and Dahl Distributing. We also want to send a big thank you to Fairway. The Fairway stores coming to bat again this year. They are back. Back Alley Barbecue is back, providing some of the food there for the reception ahead of time on Saturday night. Tito's Handmade Vodka is back in the house. And then Trophies Plus, which is the organization that helps us with the trophies. And they're beautiful. The plaques are gorgeous, and just a top-notch organization, Trophies Plus. So wherever you are in the upper Midwest or around the globe, please join me in a round of applause for those sponsors as well. Incredible work. Really couldn't do it as a volunteer-driven organization. We couldn't make it happen without those sponsors. As we get into the nominees here, I just want to, again, I feel like I say this every year. There's 14 members of the nomination selection committee, And we are tasked, and it's people, in the radio industry and in the, the events world and the promotional space, and some members of the organization as well. And it's gotten to the point where it's just incredible how much talent is in this organization. I think we went through, literally thousands upon thousands of nominations. We even opened it up now to not only the general public, but you as members put your nominations in for not only your work, but for other members' work, which is just cool to see other members like from various states over supporting and nominating, other states. Just to see that is such a cool thing, again, as someone who's been involved with this, for many years now. So to go through that and to literally spend over the last few weeks, dozens and dozens and dozens of hours, listening to playlists and to music and to reviewing, what work has been crafted and created in 2024. Again, to see that is just a really cool thing. So regardless of whether or not you are a nominee in the organization, you should be very proud to be a part of this group, this family. We talk about that all the time. To see the amount of work that gets done, and to try to narrow it down is so difficult. I promise you, it's a razor thin margin sometimes in terms of determining where the nominees fall and where they don't. So I really hope that, and we all hope that, whether or not your name appears on the nominees, you can look at this as an opportunity to be part of an organization and a family that is a really cool thing that's building something very special in the Upper Midwest. And if you do become a nominee, you should celebrate the work that's being done, and just that should be the excitement in and of itself, right? Of course, you find out at the award show whether or not you end up winning the award, but just to be a nominee in this class of talent is pretty incredible. So just want to say that I appreciate everybody that's been a part of it. Certainly appreciate you watching and listening along. Let's get into the nominees, shall we? And Eric, I think you're going to get things started as we go through some of the industry nominees. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start rolling through the nominees. Hold your applause till the end.
Can I ask you a question first?
Sure can, buddy.
You're a radio guy. You've got this silky smooth voice. I'm a drummer, and no band I've been in has ever dared to put a mic back by me. You got any advice on delivery here?
I would just say, like I always say, man, talk from the heart.
Right.
If you speak from the heart, it's always genuine, it's always authentic, and hopefully it ends up being good, man. But I think you're going to sound great. Again, Eric has been a new addition to the board here in the last year, along with Bernie and Nikki. And again, speaking on behalf of the leadership of this organization, just can't tell you how appreciative we are to have people like Eric on board. So go ahead, my main man, you are up.
Thank you. And I will speak from my heart because I love this organization and all the connections with the people that I've made and all the music that I've heard leading up to this. So it is time to get to the business at hand. And we start with our industry awards. While these individuals may not always share in the glow of the stage lights, let's say, these professionals in their field create the sound, the videos, social media, performance opportunities, and more that provide our artists and musicians the right setting for their success. So we begin our nominations tonight with Music Festival or Event of the Year. And the nominees are Cheech's Dees Fest, Hodag Country Festival, Iconic Fest, Musicians for Mental Health, and Wild West Songwriters Festival.
Congratulations to those nominees. We move on to Venue of the Year. Obviously, it goes without saying that without a place to perform, being an artist wouldn't quite be as much fun, and it wouldn't be as possible. So we honor these nominees in Venue of the Year. Main Street Music in Brooklyn, Wisconsin. Miss Kitty's in Clive, Iowa. Ryder's Saloon in Henriette, Minnesota. Wildwood Smokehouse and Saloon in Iowa City, Iowa. And Woodville's Garage Bar in Woodville, Wisconsin.
Congratulations to all of them. Radio Station of the Year is next. And hey, let's face it, radio stations make the world a better place. Can you tell that line was written for me by a radio station owner? It was, but it doesn't matter because we know that it's not just the artists that struggle. Today, our venues struggle and our radio stations struggle in a new streaming world. But they are still here to support our artists by being members of the organization and carrying our syndicated show, Midwest Country Originals. So it's only right to celebrate them equally. The nominees for Radio Station of the Year are B93.3, Today's Best Country, Brainerd, Minnesota. Big Country, 107.7, Spencer, Iowa. Iowa's Favorite Country, K97, Fort Dodge, Iowa. Kiss Country, 97.7, Mason City, Iowa. And Total Country, Bob FM, 106.1, in Twin Cities, Minnesota.
Congratulations to those nominees. Content creator. This is a category that continues to develop in a world where social media platforms become, more and more important. Events take a new landscape as it pertains to, pictures and video and everything. The multimedia universe is one to behold. So we want to honor these nominees for Content Creator of the Year. Bo Allen from Bo Pro Productions. Bubba Starts from the Scene Podcast. Eli Gardner from Gardner Productions. Jeff Peterson from Interstate Music, and Mark Joseph from MJG Productions. Congratulations to those nominees.
Awesome. PT, you can have the best voice, maybe the best song, and even the best band, but without an amazing sound engineer, your record may not sound just the way you want it to. Our artists know that sound engineers are also key partners in shaping our music and our sound and brand. So here are your nominees for Studio Sound Engineer of the Year. Eric Bloomquist, River Rock Studios. Gary Spencer, Wildhurst Studio. Greg Huberty Productions. John Locker, Sonic Factory Studios. And Paul Schluter, Megatone Studios.
Congratulations to those nominees. Talking about sound, Eric, obviously there's the recorded sound. There's also live sound, right? Being at a venue with poor sound can be a detriment to the show. And I think every single person has been in a spot where it's, more guitar in the monitors, less guitar in the monitors. These nominees deal with that on a daily basis and make us sound better. Here are the nominees for Live Sound Engineer of the Year. Kevin Reed. Dana Erickson, Josh Patterson, Mark Gales, and Pete Hertorba. Congratulations to those nominees.
All right, now that we've made our way through our industry awards, we turn to our artist awards. And we're going to start this evening with Video of the Year. A great video doesn't just present a background for a song. It can actually give the viewer an even deeper look into that song, bringing them closer to the artist and the music. So here are your nominees for Video of the Year. Day One, Brad Morgan. Daughter of the Oil Tycoon, Molly Brandt. School's Out Summer Nights, Haley James. The Way We Lie, Brianna Hebling featuring Dan Breck. When We're Rich, Michelle Rose.
Incredible. Tribute of the Year. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Tribute acts take a whole new level. That tribute form. Here is the nominees for Tribute of the Year. Classic Ladies of Country from Joyanne Parker. Folsom Prison Experience, Jay Ernest and Tom Pickard. Tribute to Outlaw Country and Southern Rock, Joe Flip. Songs of the South from Shane Martin. Y'all Come, Star Day Records in Story and Song, Nate Gibson and the Stardazers. Congratulations.
Next up is our Maverick Award. Putting your finger on what exactly a Maverick is can be a bit challenging. It could be an approach to music or an approach to life, or probably in the best Mavericks, it's both. The nomination committee is proud to recognize our Mavericks for how they push the envelope and they push us, all while being true to themselves. This year's nominees for the Maverick Award are Bill Litzow and the Open Highway, Colin Donnelly, Luke Fox, Mason Meyer, and Samantha Grimes.
Congratulations to those Maverick nominees. Collaboration of the year. This is a new category this year that was asked for from the membership. I think it's a great way for all of us to continue to focus on collaboration, which is such a big part of what we do in the organization. Of course, it aims to recognize the work the members put in on a project with another person or group. So here are the nominees for collaboration of the year. Divine Time with Greg Hall and Megan Lacey. The Way We Lie, Brianna Helbling and Dan Brecky. This Is My Favorite Part, EP from Matthew French and Sarah Morris. Sad Country Songs from Papa Bear Norton and Sarah Morris. And the Women of Country Music Medley from last year's Midwest CMO Award Show. Congratulations to those nominees.
Next up for us is a Breakthrough Artist of the Year. This is actually the most exciting category for me, partly because I love discovering new artists, but mostly it's because I believe you can measure the health of this organization's future and the future of country music in the Midwest and beyond by the strength of those just breaking through. So I encourage you to give these artists a listen, and I know that you too will believe that our future is strong. This year's nominees for Breakthrough Artist of the Year are BJ Jameson, Dylan Martinson, Lola Blue, McKenna Faith Winters, and Rachel Neal.
Awesome. Congratulations. Putting words to music to create something that's more memorable for the listener is what songwriters do with every song they write. We've got some incredible songwriters in our organization. We'd love to honor 5 of them or as the nominees for Songwriter of the Year. Corey Waller, Emily Havik, Troy Castellano, Tyler Herwig, and Zach Norton. Congratulations.
Song of the Year. You know, a song can transport the listener to an entirely different place and time. But what makes for a great song? What makes for a song of the year? It could be a banger, it could be a sentimental tune. Actually, PT, the committee really struggled with that this year. And as our organization has grown, the number of songs coming out from our members each year is quite amazing. So something a little bit different this year. While all of our other categories have 5 nominees, there were too many to narrow it down. Too many fisticuffs going on between nomination committee members. So we have 10 nominees for Song of the Year this year. And they are Accuse Me, Eric Hagan. Country the Same, Haley James. Feel the Heat, Shantae Shane. Hanging On to You, Adam Brandt. Hey Doc, Dylan Martinson. Old Dreams, Megan and the Birdwatcher. Runner, Aaron Simmons. Slow Down, Jordan Beam. Still a Car, Corey Waller and the Wicked Things. Whine About It, Kaylin Saz.
Yeah, incredible. I mean, you're right. We were putting a song list together, and you could honestly have a song list of 50 songs in this organization from this year. That would have been incredible. So to get there to 10 is great. Americana music. This has been defined as contemporary music that incorporates elements of, roots music styles, maybe country, roots rock, folk, bluegrass, R&B, blues. You've got this roots-oriented sound. You've got a lot of instrumentation, and we've got a lot of members in this organization over the years that fall kind of in an Americana style category. And I promise you, we will always continue to embrace what I would consider country adjacent forms of music like Americana. So in that, let's do the nominees for Americana Artist of the Year. Dogtown Hollow, Eric Hagan, Indie Annies, Molly Brandt, and the Bird Hunters. Congratulations, those nominees.
You know, putting together an album includes so many different aspects of our industry that all need to come together to give the listeners something personal, something emotional, maybe even something magical. An album is the culmination of a kind of a personal period of time for an artist, often reflecting the ups and downs of life and the ups and downs of writing and the recording process. Releasing an album is a special moment indeed, and these nominees for Album of the Year are truly special. Your nominees for Album of the Year are Corey Waller and the Wicked Things for Redfield, Emily Havoc for Wingspan, Greg Hall for Exit 222, Jessica Luby for Double or Nothing, and Molly Brandt for American Saga.
Some awesome albums, no doubt about it. Next award is based on a group musical performance as a band. Here are the nominees for Band of the Year, and we've got a lot of great bands in the Upper Midwest and in this organization, so let's celebrate 5 of them right now. Blake Jack and the South 35. Frank Martin Bush and the Names. Jake Nelson Band. Roseland. And Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys. Congratulations to those bands.
Female Vocalist of the Year. You know, PT, this organization is blessed to have a deep roster of powerful and unique female vocalists. In fact, I think this was the most packed category and the most debate we had this year. And the results of that process have culminated in this year's nominees for Female Vocalist of the Year. Your nominees are Bree Morgan, Breezy Fox, Emily Johnson, Kaylin Saz, and Monique Snaz.
Congratulations to those nominees. And, you know, same thing in the male category, right? The Male Vocalist of the Year based on an individual performance from a male artist, and some incredible songs and incredible performances. And the creation this year was again off the charts in the male category. So let's honor 5 of them right now as your Male Vocalist of the Year nominees. And they are Aaron Simmons, Dan Lapine, Eric Hagen, Jordan Beam, and Tyler Herwig. Congratulations to those nominees.
Hey, PT, I can't believe I got the honor of presenting all of this with you today. I really appreciate that.
Did not exactly draw on the short straw, my friend, but appreciate you being a part of it, man.
Yeah, and you even left the final award for me, Entertainer of the Year. These individuals or groups really displayed tremendous competencies across many aspects of our industry this year, including recording and releasing music, producing, organizing events, festivals, touring, and also acting as champions for our organization and for all of you as members. Your nominees for Entertainer of the Year are Corey Waller and the Wicked Things, Greg Hall, Jessica Luby, Megan and the Birdwatcher, and Shane Martin.
Incredible. It's really good. And again, as you mentioned, Eric, I think a lot of not only those nominees for Entertainer of the Year, but so many of these names and artists and performers and bands and writers, you know, do act as such champions for this organization. And ultimately, we've talked a lot about that's what it's all about. It's the power of we. And now, you know, funny, it's the power of you, the members, that end up voting in the process. Like, you know, the public's work is done, the committee's work is done, and now we turn it over to the, I think, nearly 300 or so members to do the voting process. The time frame for the voting process is going to be Monday, March 10th to Sunday, March 23rd. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time. We're going to be setting up as much of the information as possible, as many of the playlists, again, so that you can make an informed decision as a member. And I promise you, if you are not familiar with any of these artists, any of your fellow members, become familiar. You will absolutely be blown away by the amount of talent if you aren't already in this organization. And we continue to see that day in and day out. So we will put that together. Award voting process again, Monday, March 10th through Sunday, March 23rd. We hope that you also can join us at the award show April 12th and that whole entire weekend in Okoboji, Iowa. Eric, final words from you?
You may have a little time to listen and become familiar before the voting starts, but there's not a lot of time for tickets. Tickets are going to be a bit different this year. The Roof Garden has updated their ticket platform and are using e-tickets. So like last year, when there was somebody who personally chose where you sat for all 800 people who came, it's a bit different this year. You're going to choose your own seats. Tickets go on sale to the public this Friday, which means members or nominees can get them over the next 2 days and have your choice of all the seating in the venue. Nominees will get a free ticket if you're a member. And so, for example, if you're a band that is nominated and you have 5 members in your band, but only one of the members of your band is a member of this org, you get 1 ticket. If 3 of the 5 members, you get 3 free tickets. That's how it kind of works. There's going to be more information that'll go up on Facebook, more information coming out to you in the next few days, but we hope you'll get ready to buy your tickets and join us in Okoboji.
And good point on that, Eric. From a ticketing standpoint, there is a video that Nikki did. Again, Nikki is so on top of this. There's a video in our forum right now with John Palsy, the CEO from Roof Garden, explaining this information. Also note that if you have not gotten your rooms, call the Inn Hotel, get that dialed in. That information is also in the forum, okay? Call the hotel, reserve your rooms, get your tickets. The general public will be able to buy tickets this Friday morning at 10 a.m., okay? General public this Friday morning. Members, nominees, start getting your tickets tomorrow by calling the Roof Garden, as we mentioned. All right? Eric, good to go? Are you signing off? Are you good, my friend?
I'm great. Thank you for having me be a part of it.
I will say your mustache looks great. Wish we could have seen it, or maybe we do see it on the thing. We don't even really know. Again, much thanks to Nikki and Bernie, the chairs of this committee. Nominees are going to receive email information tonight, okay? We'll be posting all this on social media platforms. We'll be getting you graphic links to be able to share it. We'll get you all your information from the form responses to know if you can perform in the award show. Nominees, we want you to try to be able to perform in the award show. Hopefully you can, and we'll get all that information out tonight. So look for emails, all right? From all of us, so the Midwest Country Music Organization, for Bernie, for Nikki, for Eric, the committee, much love. Again, create, inspire, give back. It's Midwest CMO, and we hope to see you in Okoboji.